So let's talk about the 7 simple shifts.
Yeah.
The shifts are your personal GPS system that lead us on a truly transformative path, a simple path, a guided path back to our I. They navigate us into a new consciousness in this new time. They dive deep with ease and with simplicity. We all know we should be living in the present moment, but what does that actually mean?
What does it mean?
And how can we possibly achieve it? The shifts show you how to live in the now and how to live in this new energy, how to take back your power. We are continually being bombarded with the ever-increasing incoming cosmic vibrations, and they are unforgiving. They're coming in like a tsunami, and we have the choice to surf the wave or to get tumbled by it. The shifts empower us to ride the wave of these new frequencies with grace and ease.
They do. So let's go through the shifts one by one.
Yeah.
The first shift, shift 1, telling yourself I love you as often as is possible. This shift teaches you to love yourself above all else. Understanding this, feeling deserving of this, believing and then living this will change your life beyond belief. And it is probably the hardest thing that we are asked to do in this awakening process, to truly turn in and love ourselves.
I agree.
This first shift is the most important of the 7. We start with it and we work with it through the whole process. It's never ending, working on loving ourselves. And when we get a grasp of this shift, in this way, in 7 simple shifts, it becomes very practical, it becomes very doable. And this shift alone can change your life. The second shift is choosing to choose. That's a shift in perspective. And this one gives you the freedom of choice to choose and to choose again in every moment, to take control of your every moment with simple choices, and to learn how to choose creatorship over victimhood, choice over that paralysis you feel with indecision, and how to choose love over fear,
Yeah.
Just easy to say, but with these shifts it helps us do that. The third shift is being comfortable with who you are. We all tend to live these small lives, few of us being brave enough to step out and be our true, wonderful, powerful selves. This shift gives you insight into what and who this empowered self really is. It asks the question, who are you really? And then helps you find the answer. The shift helps you not only find your I, but empowers you to live it. We work with me, myself, and I, where me is a 3D, fear-based, ego-driven small person living day to day in our society. Myself is when we become aware of the I, and we find ourselves struggling between the two, trying to live from this mystical place, but not yet having found how to do it. And then the I, as we experienced a little bit in the meditation, that's when we start to experience the I, when we start to live from love and light, and our every action is dictated by this higher or deeper energy of love. We truly live from the heart and not the head, and when we find this, then everything changes. But this shift is not only about finding the I, but it's being comfortable wherever we are. Shift 4 and 5 we put together, and that's knowing that it's always about you, and at the same time knowing that it's never about you. Sounds strange, but it's true, because when you get both shifts 4 and 5, you no longer care about being right. Instead, you strive to understand. You come to know that there are no right or wrong answers, only the understanding of different points of view. What others think of you holds little or no consequence anymore, as you appreciate that their thoughts, words, and actions are and actually can only be about them. It has nothing to do with you whatsoever.
That's very freeing.
It is freeing, yeah. And your focus moves entirely on how you feel and how you then choose to respond, taking full responsibility for your own world and your own reality. And many people think, well, isn't that selfish? But no, it's not selfish, it's self first. And when we come to understand that we need to take care of ourselves first, and then we can take care of others, that changes our world.
And that's the new life.
That is a new life, yeah. A big part of it, yeah. Shift 6, giving up all attachment to meaning and truth. It's a difficult one, but now that you've begun to glimpse the wonderful, brilliance that you can be, this shift gives you permission to go out and get it. It helps you break down the barriers that were in your way. It shows you that whatever you want is okay, and that really there is nothing standing in your way. The idea that anything has to be a particular way dissolves, and you again get to choose what you want to create.
Right.
And the last shift, shift 7, is celebrating everything, accepting it all. In this shift, it's a celebration of life. Once you start living shifts 1 through 6, shift 7 is the natural outcome. Here, your expectation that things should go in any certain way dissipates. Your need to know and demand for familiar outcomes, it wanes, and you're left with the appreciation and celebration for what is right there in front of you. So I'm not saying that there'll be nothing difficult in your life again anymore. That's just never true. But what I am saying is that you will see any adversity very differently. You will shift from a victim mentality, excuse me, where we all tend to live at the moment. And we shift from that victim mentality, with a constant cry of, why is this happening to me? To being a true creator, only seeing things happening for you. It happens for us, not to us. And asking, what is this teaching me? What can I learn from this? So that it's a whole shift in perspective. And this process, of course, doesn't happen all at once. And it can get a bit messy as we start to let go of all the old habits and beliefs and realities, as all of us have experienced.
So step in the tribe.
Yeah, but what I can say is that it's a whole lot easier when you have the energy and the guidance and support of a dedicated group of people who are all on the same journey, who are all following the same process, focused on moving in the same direction.
Yeah.
And as you embody these shifts, you will know that you are growing by the feelings of freedom that they invoke, of empowerment, of liberation, harmony, a new sense of love and understanding for yourself and those around you. But actually, most importantly, the new higher energy that you will get from working with the shifts will lead you to new ideas, and you'll find synchronous connections and deeper ability to communicate your truth and from your true self. And all this pointing you to the necessary actions to take to create a new reality. And that's how, in the end, you create a life that you totally love. And step by step, moment by moment, we create a new world around us.
And the shifts take us there.
And the shifts take us there one by one, and in the tribe we have